If you were dealing with seborrheic dermatitis and the itchiness and redness and inflammation and embarrassment, you're probably desperate to find a topical solution that'll keep your symptoms in check so that you can go about your life and not be too affected by SD. And while I am a firm believer that SD requires a holistic approach to improving your health and well-being, I think the first place to start would be topically managing your symptoms so you can be in a better state of mind and be more, even keeled and be able to take inventory with relatively clear skin before you make significant lifestyle and dietary changes. So I made a video previously about what I think are high quality commercial topical remedies specifically designed for seborrheic dermatitis, but I wanted to make another video about DIY solutions, things that you could find just about anywhere that are often very helpful when it comes to managing symptoms. So the first one would be C8-MCT oil, not to be confused with regular coconut oil. This is a concentrated form of caprylic acid, a medium-chain fatty acid that's antimicrobial and does not feed Malassezia yeast, which is the main culprit of seborrheic dermatitis. In fact, it's the key ingredient in popular SD treatments such as Biomate. All you have to do is simply apply it to damp skin, to the affected areas, and it'll help soothe inflammation and fight off the yeast gently. The next is colloidal silver, often used internally, but it has amazing topical benefits too for skin conditions. It contains silver ions that are antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory. Simply apply a small amount to the skin with a cotton pad as needed. A little goes a long way. The next would be plain old sea salt spray. Sea salt cleanses the pores, balances oil, and acts as a natural antiseptic. A quick recipe would be just adding a teaspoon of sea salt to a half cup of water, putting in a spray bottle, spritzing your face with it a couple times a day. Let it sit for 10 to 20 minutes, then rinse and pat dry, or you can leave it on. Now, the next would be yogurt face masks. This one's super simple as well. Just use plain full-fat Greek yogurt or any type of full-fat plain yogurt. The acidity and probiotics help restore your skin's balance and reduce flaking. All you have to do is apply a thin layer to your face, leave it on for 10 minutes, and then rinse off. The next would be a honey face mask. Raw honey is naturally antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. It's perfect for irritated skin. Dampen your skin, apply a layer of honey, and let it sit for about 20 minutes. And then you could rinse with lukewarm water and pat dry. Next one would be apple cider vinegar. This is mostly used for scalp seborrheic dermatitis by way of hair rinses. This can be of help, especially if the majority of the issue is on your scalp, I think. And for this method, you'd want to mix equal parts apple cider vinegar and water, and it'll also help reduce flakiness and rebalance your scalp's pH. And this one I don't think is necessary to do every single day. This can be done a couple times a week. Now the next one is going to be controversial for a lot of people, but I think it's worth sharing regardless. It would be topical application of urine. Yes, urine therapy. Urine is a substance that contains mineral salts, hormones, and stem cells that can benefit the skin. If you're curious to learn more about this method, I would suggest reading The Water of Life by John W. Armstrong. This guy documented amazing results using urine therapy for various skin conditions, including psoriasis and eczema, which are very closely related to SD. So it's not for everybody, but I think it's worth exploring if you're particularly open-minded. And the last on this list that I'm going to share is alum stone, which is often used as an aftershave solution to help soothe irritated skin, but it can also be used to help treat all sorts of irritated skin conditions, from acne to psoriasis to SD, because it's antibacterial, it's astringent. It also helps tighten pores, reduces oil, calms inflammation without clogging the skin. It's super gentle, fragrance-free, and is especially helpful for oily, irritated areas. And I think it's a natural tool to have on hand. In closing, everybody's skin is different, okay? You have to find what works for you. It's going to take maybe a little bit of trial and error, but these are relatively cheap options at your disposal. Basically, these are a great place to start. But if you're looking to go a little bit deeper, and improve your entire physiology from a more holistic standpoint. I put together an in-depth guide called a Seborrheic Dermatitis Survival Guide. It covers everything I wish I knew earlier, what to avoid, what to focus on, and how to approach SD holistically, which you can find in the description below. And if you want personalized support, I also offer one-on-one consultations. Whether you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or just want a second opinion on your routine, I'm happy to help. So check the description below for a link to book with me. And I hope this has been helpful, and I wish you all a fantastic day.